Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. Welcome to the Higher Education Virtual Expo 2023 webinar session. With me today is Yang Mulia Muhammad Luqmanul Hadi bin Fazlan and Fazal Hashim from Cosmopolitan College of Commerce and Technology, who will be presenting the topic on AI current trends and how it impacts our daily life. Without further ado, I invite you to start your presentation.
Can you stop sharing? Share. All right. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. And we would like to thank on behalf of Cosmopolitan College to Ministry of Education for providing this opportunity for us to involve in the Higher Education Expo. So today, without further ado, let's go for our discussion on the AI and the current trends and how it impacts our life. So we'll go ahead with the small introduction of AI. After that, we will be, Luqman will be showing you some of the tools which are currently trending, where we can use in our daily life. Okay, so yeah. So this is the topic, impacts of artificial intelligence and how they have changed our, how we live our lives, daily lives in terms of involvement with the improvement in the AI technology nowadays. Even people like us have access to AI solutions compared to last year. Even there are drastic improvements in the current artificial intelligence industry. So I'll give you a brief idea of what AI means. So it is a computer trying to simulate human process, how we think, how we process the language, how exactly human thought process works. So this is done using computers. So this is what AI refers to. Hope all of you can see our slides. All right. So AI describes the simulation of human intelligence and in devices that have been designed to think and behave like people. So involves in the development of algorithm, computer-based programs, and can carry out operations that typically require human-level intelligence, especially for problem solving, finding out patterns, process large amounts of data, and natural language processing. And it varies in the solutions is countless if we use AI for our daily usage. And this is the subsets of AI. So when you say artificial intelligence, it has certain subsets. Now, one is machine learning. So machine learning is how computers trying to do things without being instructed. Now, if you take a normal programming language, that we have to write instructions step by step, we have to do planning and everything. So in terms of machine learning, so without giving much of an instruction, that they can learn based on the inputs they're given, and they're trying to solve problems. And computer vision, so computer vision is how computers see like us. Now, when we see things, we can identify objects. But when it comes to computers, when they see things, what they see is a matrix of numbers, like a series of numbers. So computer has to process those numbers and identify objects. So with the help of artificial intelligence, nowadays computers can recognize objects within an image. Now it has gone up to a level where we use a simple filter in our Instagram or any sort of social media platforms. But there's a huge computation happening behind the scenes. So that also can be incorporated with a lot of industry solutions with the help of computer vision. Then neural networks. So neural network is another type of AI subset where it normally used to do a lot of calculations and as well as finding out patterns, so and so on. So the cognitive computing is a part of how human thought process works. So how computers can imitate the human thought process, but to do the cognitive computing, computers have to use the natural language process techniques, as well as computer vision and also machine learning. So combining all these three, nowadays artificial intelligence can produce cognitive computing systems. So with the natural language, nowadays we can see in almost everywhere we use, and there are new software that has been released, which uses natural language processing and make our life easy. So later, Lukman will show you some of those tools. Yeah. All right. So let's move on. These are some of the examples nowadays we use artificial intelligence in our daily life. So like speech recognition, even including unlock your mobile phones nowadays with the help of speech recognition. And there are a lot of other uses as well. So we are not going to discuss much about the industry solutions. We will be discussing more of how it's help us in a daily life. So image recognition. So like I said, it's computer vision is like a computer vision has a subcomponent called image processing, where it identifies pictures and patterns and using the technologies like graph mapping and template matching. And there are filters in image processing as well, not like the filters that we use in Instagram and all, but there are several filters to extract data from the pictures. So using image recognition, there are a lot of advantages, including security purposes, identifying objects, automated car park, ticketing systems. And also in the other examples of natural language processing, nowadays you can see even in Microsoft Word, there are suggestions of the words and Grammarly and recently launched ChatGPT. So all those things are examples of natural language processing. And decision making, now there are a lot of decisions can be made for one problem. So in terms of computing and algorithm, we always talk about the concept called finding the optimum solution. We cannot find a best solution in terms of solving problems, especially in algorithms, but we always opt or we always go for optimum solutions. So finding a right decision or correct the route to solve a problem is very important. And computer vision. So computer vision comes along with the image processing as well as artificial intelligence bound together, and we produce industry related solutions. I remember last year also at the Education Expo, we shared a similar computer vision problems solving tools such as finding the damage of a vehicle and estimating the cost, which can be helpful for industries like insurance companies. Right. So these are some of the benefits with the help of AI nowadays. Things are happening very fast. We can improve our efficiency. Then we can recognize patterns of the customer and we can increase their experience, even though without a human interaction, without any human interaction. And also we have increased productivity. We can help our staff or in the office environment where there are a lot of tools available to speed up the process and not to forget things, even suggestions. Yeah, like even it will give a daily reminders of the task available based on the emails you have received. So likewise, there are tools nowadays to increase your productivity, and it will also help improve decision making in terms of we nowadays we use a term called data driven decision making in businesses. So with the help of big data, it's a large chunk of data in different formats. Like it can be in websites, it can be files, it can be set of emails, it can be Excel. So there are large amount of data where these data need to be processed very in a high efficient and a fast manner, which we can incorporate with the business intelligence and also the decision support system in your organization. So AI nowadays helping in various ways to help make the right decision in terms of running a business. Now, let's focus more on our education today because there are a few tools and concerns available based on recent advancement. There are opportunities for students to write content which may not be original. So, but let's think of the positive side of this. So in AI, we can use the education to revolutionize the way students learn and how teachers can teach and education institutes can operate. Now, for example, we can use AI tools. We give access to students. Of course, they might come up with certain content generated by AI, but we can use that tool in the class to, increase the engagement. We can give a topic. Okay, I want you to present and tell me what it is. So it can be a group discussions where AI can be one of the group member. So they can use that. So it will be a personalized learning depending on the problem student has or the student has. It can what do you call address the problems which is relevant for students, because when you explain a topic, well, not all the students will have question on same area. They will have different areas. And we can also do adaptive testing and virtual tutors. Now, when there are websites where do demo platforms where when you sign in, it gives some tutorials like a virtual tour, which can help the students to understand more. And of course, in terms of creative industry, as well as for creative students, they can create content. They can generate contents, and based on how the students learning, and the AI can give analytics based on how they react. Now there are feedback systems. There are online interview assessment systems. Like even Microsoft PowerPoint has a new tool where you can do a presentation and it can give you a feedback on how you present it. So there are such analytical features are there when you go for education. Uh, and also there are improved student outcomes. Now when we give any exercises, activities, different teachers have different exercises have different outcomes. So we can make that happen through engaged learning. We can also improve the engagement, like I said, and student efficiency in the classroom, and student can analyze the data with the help of AI, like Power BI, all those things they can use in the classroom. And they have access to a lot of study materials nowadays through AI platforms. They have a lot of access to different database and study resources. So a student no need to do a separate Google search to find out what is this. With the help of AI, they can maybe like get a set of resources and they can search those resources to like learn themselves. But then it cuts a lot of times from like not wasting a lot of time. And students can also analyze large amount of data. Nowadays, a lot of data analytics tools available. And it also has virtual assistants which can guide the students in terms of learning and finding resources. Yeah, so it's the same thing, but like I mentioned, so student improve, engagement improve, and access to education resources, and as well as there are assistants. Okay, so it's the same thing. And this challenging question came after introduction of certain AI tools, like December last year. So now students, how the students going to act, how they are going to utilize these AI tools to maybe cheat on the lessons. But there are other benefits for lecturers as well in terms of reducing the time, and they can use that time to prepare. So there are automated grading systems, or because earlier we had only multiple choice questions only, we can get the answers. But nowadays they can give feedback based on the answers you give, the weightage and everything. And you can also, when you do a course design or when you are planning a lesson, sometimes we have to teach things that we never learned during schools or in the university. So AI platforms can help get certain outline of the modules where the lecturers prior to teaching during the preparation time. And it has improved a lot in terms of research. We can get a lot of materials available nowadays with the help of AI, that we can reach those things and help. It has improve our way of how we research and get content, examples and everything. And also the AI platforms, like I said, give personalized feedback on the presentations you do or the reports you write and marking and everything. Right. So these are, but although it comes with certain challenges, when we say AI, not AI, all the AI platforms are free. So of course it comes with a cost when you incorporate AI into not only education, for any industry. You have to have those cost involved in that. And a lot of data get exposed, so data privacy and also data accuracy matters. Sometimes if you take social media kind of platforms, their income really rely on the data generated by us. So that's what we are mentioning about data privacy, not like a you Google search kind of thing, but it's more like when you access social media or anything with the help of AI, a lot of data being taken. or the data created by us. And when students search using AI for research materials, students have to be very careful. There may be bias in terms of the content produced by AI, because normally AI is based on what the data already available. So what are the patterns already available? So when it's come to the current world where political correctness, woke culture, so these kind of things we have to be very careful when you are using AI. So with the existing data, only AI might produce content. So we have to be very careful in that. And also teachers might need extra training, or the lecturers might need extra training how to use this AI tool. So it might take some time, and there will be changes in their daily routines, how to prepare contents or anything. So there may be some um, uh, friction in terms of adapting this technology. And also it's lack of human interaction, especially in the student's point of view. When an AI will teach a student, there will be no, like a human interaction, like how things are taught, the pause, the silent, up and the different tones in terms of teaching might not be there. So we cannot fully depend on AI for these kind of things, but it's more like a calculator in our calculation kind of thing we have to utilize. So so now I'll hand over to Lukman. So he has some interesting tools available, which he wants to show where artificial intelligence can be utilized in our daily life. Yes.
All right, so I'll be showing you guys all the tools that are currently trending in most students and lecturers actually already know. So the first one is going to be the Chat GPT. Now, Chat GPT is one of the new latest AI that are currently trending, where people actually use it for doing research purposes or finding some solution. Okay, so basically, it can also provide suggestions for sentence structure, grammar, vocabulary, and many more. So there's a lot of benefits that you can actually use in Chat GPT. So we also provide links, which is provided inside the presentation in case you guys want to explore what is ChatGPT. Okay, so first of all, this is the structure of the ChatGPT. Whatever you do here is that this layout here, you can actually just place a sentence based on what question you want to ask, and the AI can actually generate what answer that you guys are actually looking for. So I'll show you guys one example. Let's say you want to check hold on. Okay. So let's say you want to check a grammar. So first of all, what you need to do, you can just simply search. You can simply search here, checking my grammar, and then you can just and vocabulary, and just placing the all information that you are placing. For example, this is my sentence. Within here, you can just simply click enter, and it will actually provides actual answers for it. For example, here, when I click enter, it can actually provide generation. So this AI, ChatGPT, will actually generate and the overall results. Based on this result, it shows that the grammar vocabulary are very, very good, but there can be some modification that can make your text more clear and more sure. So this is an example, and it shows that your grammar can be actually explained more clearly.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you see our screen properly? Can someone respond?
Is it clear? Cannot see. They cannot see the screen. Here.
Can you see our screen? Okay, just go ahead.
Go ahead. Huh? All right.
Just
All right. So the next one will be another example, the second example within the Chat GPT, which is not just for us. Lecturers can actually use this Chat GPT for in terms of for them to make a quick exercise. For example, let's say you are teaching students when it comes to programming. So if you want to provide a quick activity for them, you can actually use ChatGPT, which allows you to provide 10 simple questions so that they can actually learn more how to understand this programming language. And also ChatGPT also provides the outline of the exercise based on what you requested. So any questions that you ask in ChatGPT with the related subjects, ChatGPT can actually provide the whole answers based on how much do you need. For example, here, which you are asking 10 exercise to help you practice programming. Okay.
We'll speed up. We have
Speed up.
time. So it's more like it's a chatbot where you can get literally almost any answer for text-based questions you get. You can generate reports. You can even test your programming languages, like errors in the coding. You can write reports, write letters, and for students who prepare your CV. So you can literally do almost anything, but take some responsibility. Do not just copy and paste these tools.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's very important. There are concerns like plagiarism, so practice certain ethic when you use these platforms. Do not use this to check the content. And as well as there are a lot of benefits with ChatGPT. So I think most of you know about this. So let's go to the next tools available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is when it comes to ChatGPT. I know that most students are probably know what is ChatGPT is when it comes to doing assignment. But in terms of for us as a lecturers, there are advantage for us to ensure that making sure that the students are not copywriting based from everything from AI. So we also have an application called ChatGPT Zero, which allows for us lecturers to detect whether the student is 100% copy from the AI, or they can actually make the sentence. This is a clear example where they can actually copy paste from ChatGPT, and it shows that most of the sentence are made by AI. So this can actually be a benefit for us to ensure to prevent from plagiarism.
Oh, it's a quick one. So, excuse me. So this kind of tools, of course, there will be a lot of tools coming in future to detect content generated through AI. But currently, I would suggest all the teachers, the lecturers who are teaching, do not give generic questions like what is the addition of two numbers, how to find the area of a rectangle. So instead of such questions, after you teach, maybe you can give certain specific exercise. So what is the area of this classroom here, and how much tiles we need? So these kind of questions you can give, where the students can use these AI tools to solve real world problems. So that way we can ignore, or we can avoid these kind of plagiarism related content generations. Yes.
This is also an example. Let's say if you want to check, let's say you do a programming. Sometimes it might consume a lot of time for you to identify what are your problems when it comes to doing a program. So by using ChatGPT, you can also ask the ChatGPT like, hey, can you check my coding? And then you just copy and then paste it here. And once you enter, ChatGPT encounter at the same time also teach you what are your mistakes. So for that, it can actually improve you if you are doing coding in the next time. Okay. So this is also one of the tools, AI tools, which is called Nvidia Broadcast. It allows for you to check your eyes to the cameras. Okay. This is one of the current trends which is implemented by Nvidia company. This is a quick video. It shows that how AI is being used, implement for Nvidia. So when it comes to presentation, it shows that eye off is like when you are reading, maybe like you are reading a script or something like that. But with the AI, it allows your eyes to detect to the camera. So it's actually benefits when it comes to a professional meeting. Okay, so the benefits of using this NVIDIA Broadcast, you can actually use it when it comes to implementing meeting overseas to ensure that people can actually see what are you presenting. Yeah, it can be used for professional broadcasts. For example, let's say you are conducting an interview with important information that you need to develop the delivery. So they can simply read the script from the side screen. At the same time, the AI will actually detect your eye to ensure that you are looking to the camera. Okay. Okay, another one tool is called Dali. It is also one of the AI that is currently being used. It allows to generate AI images by simply placing a text. AI will generate a similar base image based on what the user is requesting for. Okay. Right. Okay. This is a small example of how Dali actually looks like. I'll just move it a bit forward. Let's say you want to change the feet of the astronaut here by erasing here. By erasing this area, you can actually allow for you to ask the DALI to generate. And then this DALI will actually provide you a lot of different image which it generates. For example, see, based from the lake from sitting behind, it actually fixed that image. But not other than that, it can also help you to expand your image based on what you requested. For example, let's say you are requesting a sea creature diving into the galaxy. So by using power here, it can actually generate and provide you what are the text that you requested. Okay. Okay, another tool is Adobe AI, which also advanced AI audio to fix and making you clear when it comes to conducting meeting. Here are some examples that can be implemented. Okay.
All right, this time I'm using the webcam. However, I have some cityscape noises playing in the background. Should be a pretty good stress test. I'm curious to see how the AI can deal with all this.
So that's how actually AI can be benefits when it comes to conducting meeting. Let's say, for example, if your company is having a lot of loud noise, this can be a benefit and making your voice more clear and easy for you to deliver the information.
So this is like using pattern recognition and noise cancelling techniques to enhance our voice. So you don't need an expensive lab, especially for those content creators, like to create your commercials. So now you can use your mobile phone to record your voice. And it's actually free. Adobe AI podcast. If you search, you can upload your recorded voice and it can cancel all the noise. And it will give you a studio quality, which is a lot of beneficial processes.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So this is also one of the AI which you can actually implement when it comes to if you want to do some study for programming. For example, let's say you want to write a login code for PHP. You can actually ask this block AI and it will actually generate you the whole codes. But take note that this can be part of your lesson learning.
Yeah, so this black box is also a recent something getting trending among programmers. And they also have a plugin for Visual Studio Code, VS Code, where you can more like a comment kind of a way, you can ask a question like we did, how to write a login code in PHP and MySQL. So it's completely generating the code where you can take this and use it. But we haven't tried anything like creating a full system, but you can create piece of codes, which will be good, it will save a lot of time for programmers to create small programs and combine them to provide a big solution. All right, so we have like, will AI replace human? It's quite unlikely that AI might replace, but there are some parts where AI can overtake, but still certain level of monitoring needed from human. Like even nowadays, if you take even aircrafts, they are on autopilot mode, but takeoff and landing, we need pilots.
Exactly.
So there are food delivery systems, but there were problems during snow and rainy times. There are robots which deliver food, get stuck on the road and kind of stuff. But there are places where AI robots are utilized, like Amazon warehouse, like that, and also in terms of data-driven decision-making type jobs. So there are places AI might help us, but it's not completely remove us from certain jobs, because still the human thinking is very powerful thinking. Yes. So
That's all for us.
yeah, that's all from us. I don't know if you have any questions.
Do you guys have any question regards to AI?
Thank you for your insightful presentation. Before moving to the
Yes.
next, I would like to remind the presenter we have a few minutes left. We are open for Q&A session.
All right.
No, sure.
We have 3 questions. The first one is, what specific related AI courses Cosmo offer to the public?
All right. Currently, we have courses up to HND only. We do not provide degree or any other programs. So in terms of computing, we have up to high national diploma. But we have a specialization program in data analytics. Other than that, we do not have a specific AI programs. But we provide opportunities for students to experiment these tools and come up with some solutions. Other than that, we do not have an AI program, specific AI course.
The second question is, does AI affects our creativity as it does all of the work for us?
AI affects our creativity, but I would say it's some helpful, but there are 2 different opinions. Now, there was a recent 3D like portfolio, like a profile picture generation app came. So it has affected a lot of people who are drawing, like the people who are artists who are drawing similar drawings like that. So they had some problems. There was some backlash because of AI generated pictures. So those are being sold. And recently there were some books released, kids books released using ChatGPT. There are 2 types of opinions. So if you are a content creator, I would say currently you have a lot of tools available to generate the contents, like enhance your voice, gets new inspirations, create contents, create commercials with the help of tools which are using AI. So there are 2 ways to see this.
The third question is, where can the public get a copy or access to the slides?
We can, shall we put it in our website?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can put this content in our website. So you can go to ccct.ed.bn and you can download. So we will put it in the home page. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Yang Mulia Muhammad Nu'manul Hadi bin Fazlan and Fazal Hashim for answering the question. We hope this session has been beneficial for our viewers. Should you have any queries or in need for further information, you may browse through their booth in our Higher Education Virtual Expo website at heexpo.more.gov.bn. Thank you for joining us. See you soon in our next webinar session starting at 3:10 p.m. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And thank you. Thank you so much.